Yeah.
Why do you say? You think that the attitudes have not already changed yet?
Because even if I have married to my wife for more than 25 years, I kept listening from my wife to change some of my bad habits. But I understand all my problems, but it's hard to fix my actual behavior.
Okay.
And not to mention the big organization of thousands and 10,000s of employees, the decision makers. It's hard to move him to actually behave that way.
Change their behavior.
Behavior, yes.
Because that's all deeply ingrained, huh? So people have trouble changing their attitudes and behavior. But your job now, this is why you, I assume this is why you like the psychology aspect, right?
Yes.
Why do you think you must have to apply psychology to ergonomics at this point? Is that?
Because the reason that I was not satisfied by the education that I had from Korea, undergraduate and graduate programs for human factors, was that at the time, historically, when we say human factors, we always thinking about what we say P to the power of 3, P3. The first P is physical, and physiological, and psychological.
Okay.
And at the development phase, mostly human factors focused on physics and physiology.
Okay.
But later, they move into psychology area. So, for example, taking some human anthropometry, body size. This is the beginning of human factors in physical level. How tall and how heavy you are.
Anthropometry?
Anthropometry.
Okay. I learned a new word, ladies and gentlemen.
Anthropometry.
Anthropometry. I didn't know this word
It's
either. You're not the only one who didn't know this word. Okay.
This is science of human dimension.
Okay. Human shape and
Human
dimension.
shape and dimensions. All the physical and the physiological issues, still a lot of potentials, but it's almost done. And the future potential is at the psychological dimension of human needs.
Okay. Which is why you were interested in that portion of your studies.
Sure.
And so it sounds like you were very happy with your studies at Tufts.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah?
So,
what did you learn while you were there?
actually, I learned a lot that I can actually use up lifelong.
Don't worry, you don't have to explain it all. But give us some of the focal points.
Focal point
of what you really...
you mean the area of study?
Yeah,
or
I mean, what did you...
a lifetime or some life experience?
Life experience, of course, but more focused on what you learned, what attitudes, what changed. Your attitude, it sounds like, changed a lot from when you went to your bachelor's and master's degree, and then you went to Tufts and got your PhD, and it sounds like your attitude changed toward design.
The big change is from a physical and physiological level to psychological level.
Okay.
That's the big shock to me.
Okay.
Big shock to me. And then I didn't know that there are so many textbooks and nice papers about using psychological guidelines to make people happier by designing.
So, Professor
Kreifeld.
Professor Kreifeld helped you make that connection between the physical world and the psychological world of people. And what did you end up doing to start connecting those two after you got back to Korea?
Even though I gradually moved into a psychology level, but without the basis of physics and physiology, it doesn't make sense at all. So without all the physical parts, psychology alone doesn't make sense.
Right.
So solid understanding and a good foundation of physics and physiology and psychology is most important. And one of the areas that I was really fascinated was is called psychophysics.
Psychophysics.
Physics.
Okay, psychology and physics.
This is about this is area coming from experimental psychology,
Okay.
and this is how do I say? It's a study of relationship between psychological response to
Right.
physical stimuli.
Okay.
So everything we respond to the stimulus
Sure.
coming from the physics, like the lights, all the physics and the weight feelings and everything is about the physical stimuli is coming to us and we process it and we have some response. So there is no random relation. There is some functional relationship between physical stimuli and our psychological response. So that's really important in human factors and ergonomics, but also we say 감성공학. 감성공학.
What is that?
That's another one that I explain later.
Okay.
So this
You're
is
gonna teach me that later,
now we are
but-
talking about emotional quality of product.
Okay.
For example, Hyundai Automobile, they are quite proud of their functional quality.
Right.
But they still say that they have a long way to go to satisfy the user's emotional the quality of the product.
Okay.
So the 감성공학 is about to feel emotional quality of products.
Right. And that's what it all comes down to, isn't it? We're all just a bundle of emotions, right?
Yes, exactly.
And as a designer and an engineer, a city planner, you have to try to satisfy all these emotions. And it's almost a little bit of manipulation, right?
But before we have a strong believer in the humans are very logical, but that's not the case.
It's not the case.
Yeah, human is
That's
very
not true.
emotional.
Yes.
So all the papers and all the books and some of the lectures from TED conference.
Are you a TED fan?
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah, exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, go to TED.com. It's one of my favorite websites. Obviously, it's yours as well, Professor.
Yeah, as soon the TED conference will replace the professor's position.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Have you attended? Have you attended?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet, but soon to be.
One of my dreams is to attend a TED conference.
It's very
someday.
expensive, right?
Yeah, I don't think.
But I'd like to be there sometime.
Yeah.
And I'd like to raise some questions to